Benefits of mushrooms for your health. Mushrooms are very popular around the world for their culinary uses. In the past, mushrooms were used by many ancient civilizations for medicinal purposes. Ancient Egyptians even called them the plant of immortality. In addition, they ruled the food or royalty food and banned commoners from purchasing mushrooms. All mushrooms are fungi. They produce spores, like pollen, which allows them to spread and travel the world just by wind. There are numerous types of mushrooms. Not all mushrooms are edible and can cause harmful effects if consumed. The more common edible mushroom species include buttons, oysters, or white mushrooms. It is essential to avoid inedible mushrooms. These can cause stomach pain or vomiting. However, edible mushrooms have numerous health benefits due to their nutritional makeup. 1. Contain cancer-fighting properties. Mushrooms may have cancer-fighting properties. In a 2010 study, they researched 5 different mushrooms. These included maitake, cremini, portobello, oyster, and white buttons. They found that the consumption of these mushrooms was linked to significantly suppressing the growth of cancer cells, especially breast cancer. In addition, shiitake mushrooms contain the lentionin compound. Lentionin is a sugar molecule that is associated with extending the survival rate of cancer patients. In Japan, a study found that the presence of the sugar molecule suppressed stomach cancer. The compound does not kill cancer cells directly, but it does boost the immune system, which aids in providing the body with a stronger defense line against cancer. 2. Boosts the immune system. As mentioned above, the sugar molecule lentionin boosts the immune system, which strengthens the immune system when in the face of harmful pathogens. In addition to lentionin, mushrooms also contain the immune booster sugar, beta-glucan. Beta-glucans is also known as beta-D-glucans, are found in the cell walls of many mushroom types. This beta-glucans boost the immune system. Some examples of their immune-boosting activities include increasing the number of Th1 lymphocytes in the blood and reducing inflammation in the body, which is deeply connected to numerous health issues. Beta-glucans are found in many species of mushrooms, including the common button mushroom. 3. They help lower cholesterol. Not only are mushrooms cholesterol-free, but they also have properties that help lower cholesterol levels in the body, essentially making it an amazing food not only for everyone but for individuals who are watching their LDL levels. In one study, they found the pink oyster mushroom reduced LDL cholesterol in rats with high cholesterol. The popular shiitake mushroom assists the liver in quickly processing cholesterol and removing it from the bloodstream. This action helps keep blood cholesterol levels low. In addition, this action prevents cholesterol from sticking to arterial walls and forming plaque buildup. Plaque buildup is very harmful as it can cause high blood pressure, atherosclerosis, or even a heart attack and death if left untreated. 4. High in vitamin D. Vitamin D is rarely found in fruits or vegetables. Most sources with significant amounts of vitamin D include fatty fish, tuna, and fortified foods such as orange juice and milk. Mushrooms are different as they are one of the few non-animal sources that contain vitamin D without being fortified. Mushrooms are like humans in which they absorb vitamin D from the sun. Even exposing the mushroom to high levels of ultraviolet can provide the mushroom with vitamin D. Mushrooms containing vitamin D is great for vegans who may have trouble adding vitamin D to their diets. In addition, mushrooms are also beginning to be fortified, which will increase their vitamin D content. Vitamin D is essential for bone health. 5. Fights aging. Mushrooms are a great anti-aging food. In a study conducted in 2017, a team of Penn State researchers found that mushrooms have high amounts of 2 antioxidants, ergothioneine and glutathione, which are both linked to containing anti-aging properties. What is especially beneficial about mushrooms is that the food contains both antioxidants. Most foods do not contain both in high amounts, making mushrooms one of the highest dietary sources of anti-aging compounds. Mushrooms can be easily incorporated into the diet. They can be added to salads, soups, sandwiches, burgers, garnishes, and so on. The possibilities are truly endless with the fungi. In addition, they are also very easy to cook. Thrown onto the stove with olive oil, the fungi cook in minutes. Overcooking the food can lead to loss of nutrients, thus it is important not to overcook the mushrooms. 6. Help with depression in cancer patients. Cancer patients are a vulnerable population when it comes to depression, anxiety, or fear. Cancer is an aggressive disease that requires aggressive treatment. This treatment takes a huge toll on the mental health of many of its patients. In numerous clinical trials, cancer patients were given psilocybin, a naturally occurring compound found in over 200 kinds of mushrooms. Of the participants, 80% of the patients experienced improved mood, an increase in optimism, and a strong connection to those around them, as well as a connection to a higher spiritual power. These feelings were consistent even after 6 months of using the compound. Researched further, this can be beneficial for those suffering from depression, anxiety, or even post-traumatic stress disorder. 7. Beneficial to digestive health. Many mushrooms are rich in trace minerals, selenium. Selenium is only needed in trace amounts, however, it is vital in preventing cell damage as it helps the body make proteins that assist in everyday metabolic processes. The body does not produce selenium on its own, thus it is required through the diet. To continue, several studies have linked a high blood selenium level to reduce the risk of bladder cancer. The mineral appears to have significant protective effects against cancer, especially in women. Several types of mushrooms are rich in this mineral. Just 100 grams of raw cremini has 47% of your daily needs of selenium. Cooked shiitakes have 45% of your daily value and white mushrooms have 17%. Keep in mind, this also comes with a very low-calorie amount. 8. Rich in vitamins and minerals. With the rate of chronic disease rising in the United States, and the confusion of what is good for you and what is not, it has become increasingly difficult to decide what foods should be on our plates. Mushrooms may be a good start. Mushrooms are low in calories, low in sodium, fat-free, and cholesterol-free. In addition to this, they are also rich in vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Mushrooms are rich in B vitamins. The B vitamins include riboflavin, niacin, and pantothenic acid. This class of vitamins is essential for heart health, red blood cells, healthy skin, and a functioning nervous system. In addition, mushrooms are a good source of copper and potassium. Copper assists in the production of red blood cells and potassium are essential for heart and kidney health. In fact, a 2/3 cup of portobello mushrooms contains just as much potassium as a medium-sized banana. 9. Diabetes management. For diabetic or pre-diabetic individuals, it is essential to focus on foods that have a low glycemic index. Low glycemic index foods are foods that will not cause a rapid spike in blood sugar after consumption. Peas are great because they are a low glycemic food, which means they are slowly digested, absorbed, and metabolized and cause a lower and slower rise in blood glucose. Numerous studies have shown that people with type 1 diabetes who consume high-fiber foods have a better chance of decreasing overall blood glucose levels. This effect is also seen for type 2 diabetics. A high-fiber diet in this group can help blood glucose levels and lipid levels. Mushrooms are filled with fiber, which is also a good thing for diabetics. In fact, 1 cup of grilled portobello mushrooms can provide 3 grams of fiber. Once again, this comes with low calories and no fat, which is very beneficial to not only diabetics but for anyone. 10. Combats obesity. Obesity is defined as an abnormal or excessive fat accumulation that may impair health. Many who are obese often face a plethora of health conditions. For instance, diabetes is commonly a consequence of obesity. This has led health professionals to coin the term diabesity. One popular mushroom is the reishi mushroom. The reishi mushroom contains numerous polysaccharides and triterpenes. A health benefit of these compounds is their ability to prevent the development of new fat cells. The compounds also have a favorable effect on high triglyceride levels, which are also linked to obesity.